Having a terrible inclination, Hizuru chooses to in the city sewers and Jinjiro follows her. Shinpei, Ushio, and So, on the other hand, are attempting to flee from the baby-like shadows. Shinpei observes that Ushio is the sole target of the shadows. So utilizes shower and a lighter to fend the shadows off. Hizuru had switched to Ryanosuke while entering the sewers. Ryanosuke kills a shadow and notices that they are getting closer to their nest. Mio tries to call Shinpei and So, but neither one answers. She recognizes Shiori's hair ties when she sees them on the street. A shadowy Shiori then, at that point, calls her, telling her that Shinpei is there. She runs into Tetsu Tatsumura as she runs toward her. She inquires as to whether he saw Shiori. Yet he makes sense if he didn't see any other individual. Then Mio sees Shiori, a shadow, pointing to a manhole. They see the sewer vent is open, however Tetsu quickly is against it and doesn't YSH to go down there to look. And that he is going for a beverage and doesn't believe Erika should state he smells. Mio says that if he finds the girl who is missing, he will be a hero and be all over the news, making everyone, including Erika, fall in love with him. Hearing that, Tetsu quickly goes into the sewer vent. Yet behaves like he isn't doing to be renowned. Shinpei and the others are successful in escaping the shadows. When they reach a coral-filled cave, they are perplexed as to how sea creatures could exist there. They are informed by Ushio that they are all shadows. Shinpei sees that Ushio isn't well and that her injury haven't mended. Ushio lets him know that because of Mio's assault, she endured information misfortune and necessities to examine the first to recapture the information. Nonetheless, as Ushio is cinders now, he can't mend her injury. Shinpei wonders if he should go back and redo things after Ushio erases her arm to stop the pain. Takiko shows up with two childlike shadows, advising them to turn gradually and do nothing weird or Ushio will pass on. Ryanosuke and Jinjiro come to a dead end where metal bars are preventing them from moving forward, but they soon discover that shadows travel underground through the numerous tunnels. Ryanosuke contemplates whether they ought to go out and search for another entry. However, Jinjiro questions there is one, essentially not so much for people, as the way forward is presently not a typical passage, yet seems to be regular cavern. Jinjiro relates that Jinjiro's grandfather informed him of the Hirako Cave, a massive cave beneath Hitogashima. Until part of the way through the Meiji time frame, there used to be an entry that would appear at Hitogashima port during low tides. However, the army sealed it off during the Sino-Japanese conflict. It is said that Hirako settled in the cave after washing ashore long ago. Jinjiro suggests that they speak with Karakiri. Further action would necessitate the use of metal cutting tools. They run away when Ryanosuke overhears something. Tetsu and Mio then, at that point, approach, with Tetsu whining and needing to return, yet Mio tells him she will let Erika know how valiant he is. Shiori appears behind the metal bars, flashes, and removes the bars, allowing them to move on. Jinjiro still doesn't want to go on because the path is now open, but Ryanosuke says that Mio is still a human because she has immunity. They are praised by Takiko for surviving despite trespassing on sacred ground. Takiko states she is there to recover an imperfect item and is happy that they brought Ushio. As she draws nearer, Shinpei takes shots at her shadow, sticking her on various occasions with the nails. However, Takiko simply giggles. Shinpei is informed by Ushio that Takiko is not a shadow. Takiko wants to talk to Shinpei and wonders if he can kill people. Saito calls Nagoro and advises her to utilize the cops, Tadashi Miura's body as the present food at 9 o'clock. Shinpei states they give up and the shadows catch Ushio. Shinpei wonders if Takiko will bring them to her father because he is aware that they won't harm Ushio for the time being because they haven't killed them yet. So contemplates whether she follows their father orders. Takiko tells him that since he wasn't chosen by their father, it's natural that he doesn't know anything, but there's no need to keep it a secret any longer. Takiko requests that they leave their stuff and follow her and she will lead them to Hirako. Ryanosuke realizes that they are all shadows when Jinjiro and Ryanosuke continue on to the cave with the sea anemone. Shiori shows up and Ryanosuke makes sense of that on the off chance that she is alive. It implies she behaved like she was killed. However, got away from through the breaks in the city to underground, which made Hizuru dubious about the sewers. Shiori asks why they came, as she let them know they will kick the bucket the following time they meet it. Shiori declares that she is familiar with Ryanosuke's full name, which she discovered while they were conversing at Kobayakawa's house. Because of this, Ryanosuke learns that Hina uses Shiori's memories. The shadow parent shows up, referencing it's been 14 years. However, he doesn't actually have business with Hizuru and needs to know where is the body that took mother's right eye. Although Hizuru and Ryanosuke do not know where the right eye is, Shiori claims she read their minds. The shadow contemplates whether he can kill them and Shiori affirms. Jinjiro tells them to run because they are the ones being hunted and this doesn't even look like a person. In about 2 seconds, Shiori informs the shadow that Ryanosuke has changed. Ryanosuke is then shot at by the shadow, but Jinjiro jumps in and takes the shot. After that, he continues to fire at Ryanosuke, who manages to flee but is also shot. The fact that the blood is dark indicates that he struck the liver and Ryanosuke will not live long. Shiori claims that Takiko is with Ushio and Shinpei, and that she is becoming hungry and cannot wait until 9 o'clock. Shinpei and the others hear a rumble as they get closer, and Takiko explains that it is Hiriko's stomach. Takiko says that she has accepted everything and that she won't ask for forgiveness. However, she asks Shinpei not to tell Mio what he will see and learn. After that, Takiko takes them to a huge shadow that reaches the ceiling. Hina is at the shadow's base, and he tells them that it's 9 o'clock and time to eat.